longer will you protect queer nightlife venues throughout the city? And what is your favorite queer-friendly venue in District 5? And I think we'll start with London on that.
Hi, everybody. My name is London Breed. I apologize for being late. I actually have a full-time job, and I'm running for supervisor tonight. We had a board meeting that I just couldn't miss with my board of directors, who are my bosses. So I'm so happy to be here tonight. Thank you for inviting me. Should I introduce myself, or you want me to answer the question?
I think we should move right on to the question, and then there's a statement at the end.
Okay. So my favorite nightlife.
How would you protect queer-friendly? How would you protect queer nightlife in the city? And what is your favorite queer-friendly venue in District 5?
Well, as someone who doesn't go out as often as I used to, because the party is over at 1:30, and you just get to the party at 1:30, and drinks stop getting served, and the place is closing up, and you really don't get a chance to enjoy your time out. And I think that it's important that we look at nightlife in San Francisco as a whole, and we look at extending the hours of our clubs, and we look at extending the hours of serving alcohol. And that takes working with, of course, law enforcement. They may not be happy about that, but it takes working with them, it takes working with the community, and it takes working with our venues to make sure. I mean, of course they want us there. They want to make money, they want to sell us drinks, and we want to socialize and be together and spend time with one another and enjoy the nightlife. I mean, things for me hasn't been the same. Oh, is that how it works? I'm sorry. I don't know the rules yet, sorry.
I'll give you a grace period if you can mention a favorite queer-friendly venue in District 5 right now.
Let's see. I mean, we have some great venues that I think are friendly to everyone, but
A name?
I don't know, like Nikki's or something, or Shiva Lounge, or I mean, with my friends who just happen to be queer, these are the places that we go and enjoy ourselves. And I think District 5 as a whole has venues that are always friendly to the queer community. So, thank you.
Hi, Julian Davis again. Quite simply put, we got to fight for our right to party. Okay? I'm frankly appalled, but a little bit mystified by folks who move to San Francisco knowing it is a city rich in culture, an exciting, creative place to live with nightlife and stuff going on, and then start complaining because of their own limited interest after moving to a neighborhood that they knew, for instance, had an annual street festival or had a nightclub on the corner. I think supervisors need to be smart about appointments to the commissions, the Entertainment Commission and others, and make sure we have pro-entertainment commissioners on our boards and on the Entertainment Commission. I think we need supervisors that are going to side with nightclubs and with festival organizers over NIMBY neighbors who are trying to shut down nightlife.
That's right.
Thank you. And, you know, in District 5, Marlena's over in Hayes Valley is a bar that I like in that neighborhood. And so just to answer your question on that, looks like I have 30 more seconds, but I don't really know much more else to say about this issue. We definitely just need to take a stand about, you know, this being a city of culture, this being a city of arts, this being a city where, you know, exciting things happen. I would like to see the late night hours change. That's a state law change that we'd have to put in effect. The 2 p.m. thing is I think a little ridiculous. So, you know, it's really, you know, it's too early for the bars to be closing. So let's work on that. We've been working with the Late Night Coalition and CMAC to try and move that forward, and I'm going to continue to work with those organizations to do that. Thank you.
Well, certainly support for nightlife means support for a vibrant music scene here in San Francisco. Now here personally, I have been on the front edge of that in that I do a program at KUSF, well it used to be KUSF, and now KUSF in Exile. My program deals with the hopes and needs of ordinary people, but we also play local music from local artists as well. KUSF has been a stalwart in protecting nightlife in San Francisco and in protecting the music scene in San Francisco. Certainly there is a NIMBY component out there that has it has absolutely no place in most places in District 5. We are a vibrant city. We are a vibrant District 5. And that means, yeah, we know how to have fun. And certainly we need to protect the rights of residents to have a vibrant and active nightlife scene here in San Francisco, and I would work to do that. One of the ways we could do that is to actually patronize the places and promote the places and businesses that are involved there. And we could do that through promoting local media as well. But certainly support for the music and art scene in San Francisco is something I've been very active and involved in. That being said, like a writer once said, don't write about things that you don't know about. Frankly, I know about bars. So I campaign in bars in all hours of the night. You cannot espouse to represent people unless you are amongst the people. And so I campaign and shake hands at just about every bar. To answer your question specifically, SF Underground in the Lower Haight and Trax Bar in the Upper Haight are some of the two best bars in town. And if you could pry me off the bar stool there, good luck.
Residents and having them enjoy the nightlife. I think that there is a very problematic thing that often happens, sadly, tragically, in which gentrification plays a part in which new residents move into an area knowingly near a nightlife institution and then make such a complaint or a hassle or a distress about it that it becomes a problem for the establishment. And what are your feelings about that, and what would you do to assuage that?
You know, just to expand on that a little bit, it really becomes a problem when the people moving in are rich, in that they could give money to political campaigns and support political representatives who go completely out of the mainstream of, again, that word, ordinary people here in San Francisco. So I think that's when it especially becomes a problem, because let's face it, folks, they're a minority. We're the majority. And we should be setting the litmus test of what it means to have a good time in San Francisco, not somebody who just came. And I think that's part of the problem as well.
Hi, I'm Hope Johnson again. Let's see, I think that the solution to what goes on, let me start by saying that I used to come to the city in the 80s a lot and frequent places like the Stone and go and see a lot of concerts. When they tore down the freeway, all that was gone. We don't have nearly the same entertainment that we had back in the 80s. I really miss it. I don't miss the freeway. But I think that one of the things that you really need to take into consideration, and as supervisor, this is something that would be important to me, is that you need, when you're planning these developments, to take into consideration the nature of the area. Because in law, there isn't a coming to the nuisance. If the people are there and it's a nuisance, the people that have come to the nuisance win. And we could change that, but that's going to be pretty difficult. So when you make a plan, this is one of the reasons why I don't support condos at the Harvey Theater. Now, a good example of that is happening downtown. They built some fancy high-rises next to where the Mexican Museum was supposed to go, and now those fancy high-rises are not supporting the Mexican Museum building anymore. So you need to take that into consideration. If we make condos in the Harding Theater, it threatens the Independent and the parklet across at Mojo. And so when you take that into consideration when you make the planning, and I would put in entertainment commissioners who don't want to have one or the other, but who can find a way to have mixed zone use. And I like Marlena's, but I would like to give a shout out to my neighborhood because it's awesome. You can start, I live at McAllister and Divisadero. You can start out at Candy Bar, you can come up to Mini Bar, you can go to Bar 21, and you can stop off at Fly.